Would you like to know how to get real estate seller leads from your Facebook ads? If so, this is absolutely a video you're going to want to check out. I'm going to show you 3 of our top performing Facebook ad templates to generate seller leads that you can start using today. Take a look. Hey everyone, Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. If you are brand new to our channel, welcome. We are so glad you're here. What we're all about is helping real estate agents just like you generate more leads, set more appointments, and close more deals. So if you're looking for more leads, appointments, and deals, absolutely, this is the place to be. Please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. Before we get going on today's video, just one short little note. Down in the description below, I've put a link to our brand new updated Facebook Masters class. It is 2 hours, free education, chock full of all of our best practices of the actual strategies, the templates, the things that we use to help our clients generate leads, appointments, and deals. So make sure you go check that out. It'll absolutely be 2 hours of your time well spent. Now, for today's video, what we're talking about is how to use Facebook ads to be generating seller leads. Now, a lot of the tutorials and the videos that I show on my channel, a lot of them are very much geared around buyer leads simply because they're easier to generate. You can do it in volume, and it's just easy to get things up and running that way. Now, a lot of people say, well, Kevin, I don't do a lot with buyers. I like to preferentially, I like to work with sellers. So totally fine. You can do that as well. So I'm going to show you in today's video 3 of the templates that my clients use that are performing quite well. And so we'll show you how that works. But the thing you want to keep in mind is that any kind of marketing that you do on Facebook is going to mirror whatever's happening in the local market. So at the time of recording this video, let's see, today is May 26th. At the time of recording this video I live in Utah, and the area where I live, inventory is very, very low. Tons of buyers, lots of bidding wars, competition is crazy out there. And that's kind of the nature of things in the current market. I know around the country and other parts of the world, many of you are experiencing something very similar to that. So in that kind of environment where there's tons of buyers and not a whole lot of sellers, you got to realize that any kind of marketing you do is going to mirror what's happening in your local community. So because of all this buying demand, yes, finding buyers on with your Facebook ads is very, very simple. When that flip-flops, and eventually it will, it just may take a few years or whatever, but once it flip-flops and inventory catches up and now you've got more homes selling than there are buyers looking for homes, once that flip-flops, then generating buyer or seller leads on Facebook will be easier than buyer leads, just because, again, it's going to mirror what's going on in your local market. So keep that in mind. Most of my clients are generating buyer leads in the neighborhood of around $1 to $2 a piece. They're pretty inexpensive. Seller leads are a different story. You need to know that going into it. Kind of depending on the ad and how it's performing. Sometimes it's between $10 to $15, sometimes even $20 per lead. So it is a little bit of a different ballgame. What I recommend is document and show exactly what it is that makes working with you different, right? What is your marketing strategy? You might want to show some side-by-side shots of homes that use professional photography like you do, hopefully, and realtors that don't. You might want to show some side-by-side comparisons of what you do to stage a home versus what others don't. A side-by-side comparison of your marketing plan versus what a typical agent does. Again, when people can experience what it's like working with you and how you help people get a higher sales price, faster time, easier, all of those benefits, that becomes a very compelling thing. So what you're seeing here is very much an ad focused on that, designed to offer this free guide. And like I said, this particular ad right now, it's generating leads around $14 to $15 a piece. So that would be the first type of seller ad that I would recommend as a selling guide. A second one would be a market analysis. So this particular client, she did it in a video format, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. I'm a huge fan of video. But the market analysis is one of those time-tested, proven techniques, and sometimes it doesn't perform real well. But if you give it a reason to perform well, it will. So a lot of times people just say, "Hey, do you want a free market analysis? Contact me," and that's about as much or much thought or effort as they put into the ad. If you were to read this full ad, it's a little bit longer, but it gives several different reasons as to why people would want a market analysis. One is, if you haven't checked the value of your home recently, with as fast as property values have been increasing, chances are you're going to be very significantly surprised by how much your property value has gone up. Second reason talks about private mortgage insurance. Because properties have gone up so much, there's a good chance that they have 20% equity, and that would allow them to get rid of mortgage insurance and be able to save money on their payment every month. Third one's talking about insurance. That people may just want to make sure that they have enough insurance for the increase of their property value. So again, there's ways that you can spin this to make sure that people have a reason to be able to take you up on it, rather than just saying, "Hey, here's a free market analysis, home value report, et cetera, et cetera." So that would be a second style of an ad, is marketing this. Now, the first kind of ad, this one, a home selling guide, typically the target audience for something like this is the general public, right? People that potentially would be interested in selling, but usually this is going to people that don't know who you are. Now, with this kind of an ad, it's kind of either or. You could target brand new people who have no idea who you are. But typically where you'll see greater success with your market analysis ads is going to be with your custom audiences, where you're tracking people that have been to your website, people that have filled out a lead form previously, contact lists that we've uploaded, et cetera, et cetera. This type of ad works better with those people because they already know who you are. There's some level of trust and name recognition, and you'll find greater success with this style of an ad with that group of people. And then the third source that I would recommend for getting more seller leads would actually be your past clients and your sphere of influence. So one of the things that we help people do is we help people put together a database of people, and we use custom audiences on Facebook to do that. So the whole strategy here is we want to build up a database where we repetitively market to these people week in, week out, and they know exactly who you are. And so because these are people who have watched a video, been to your website, engaged with your page, filled out a lead form, and so on and so forth, these are people that already know who you are. They're interested in real estate because of the actions that they're taking. And so these are people that we want to keep in front of repetitively. So a lot of my clients, their best leads, both buyers and sellers, are coming from their database, the people that they just repetitively market to. And we just use Facebook as a marketing tool to do that. So for our clients, what we're doing is we're not only helping them create the content for these ads to keep in front of them, but we're also setting up all of these audiences and tracking people and updating those every single week so that they stay in touch with the people who are the most interested. So what ends up happening is we just use Facebook as a marketing database, and it's that repetitive style nature that keeps business coming in. I was talking with one of my clients recently. He was telling me that in the last about 18 months that we've been working together and building his database and just repetitively marketing, that his business has doubled in the last, in fact, last year, 2020, he doubled what he had done the previous year, in fact, any of the years in his business. And a lot of it is just this style of marketing. One of the mistakes, in my opinion, that so many people make when they get into Facebook ads is they think that running one ad is the magic bullet that's going to forever change their business. Now, don't get me wrong. You could run an ad and get transactions from it, from just that one ad, and that's great. But from what I see and my clients who have the greatest success, it's the consistency of just putting out content every single week, staying in front of people, running an advertising budget to push that content out to this audience, And that's where they just get business, right? So again, their success doesn't come from any one ad. It's the sum total of all of them. And that's why a lot of people hire us, is because we can not only help you generate leads and do all the follow-up to take those leads and turn them into appointments and opportunities, but where a lot of our clients see the greatest traction is building up a pipeline of contacts, building up this database of people that are just constantly seeing the content that you put out so that you stay top of mind. Facebook makes it extremely inexpensive. And so that's where our clients are seeing the greatest success. So that would be what I would recommend, our 3 top performing Facebook ad templates. So number 1, using a seller's guide. Number 2, marketing a free market analysis. And number 3, hands down, the most successful seller ads are the ads that they're sending out to their sphere of influence, their past clients, that relationship, repetitive style marketing, easily producing the greatest results. So hopefully that video was helpful. If so, take a split second, click that thumbs up button, and we appreciate your support. Also, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. Click the little subscribe button right next to it. There's a little bell notification. If you click that, you'll be notified every time we put out brand new content, and we release videos like this every single week that will help you grow your business. Right here, I will put up a couple of videos that you can use to learn more strategies and grow your business right now. And also, if you are curious about the marketing services that we provide, in fact, we are usually less expensive than if you were to hire a real estate assistant. Most people don't realize that. So if you're in the market where you want to market your business and see greater success, we'd love to have a conversation with you. You can find out more information down in the description below. Other than that, that's it. Make it a great week. Keep crushing it with your real estate business. If we can help, we're here for that. Otherwise, we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.